Hello, my darlings. This is a little something extra. It is for Sexy Grandma Darkness's birthday, which is why I'm releasing it now. It should be midnight in Philadelphia. Here is a little birthday story, just a little extra. Happy birthday, Sexy Grandma Darkness. I got a strange birthday card from a secret admirer by The Damaged. Today, it's my 18th birthday. I've been counting down the days, hours, even minutes, it feels like. Besides turning 21, it's the most exciting birthday. I could buy cigarettes if I smoked, or a lottery ticket if I gambled. But best of all, I was finally considered an adult. Even my mom and dad always saw me as a child to the world. I was a man. It was the best feeling. I even woke up feeling different, and I loved it. My mom made me breakfast while my brother worked on his homework. The smell of bacon danced around the kitchen. The sunlight beamed through the stained glass windows above the sink. "Happy birthday, honey," my mom smiled, pecking a small kiss on my cheek. "Luke, tell your brother happy birthday." She lightly thumped the back of my brother's head. "He's all grown now." Luke just rolled his eyes, murmuring a half-hearted, yeah, under his breath. "So," my mom brought over the plate of bacon, eggs, already scrambled in the bowl. "What big plans do you have for today?" "I don't know," I said, greedily shoveling a slice into my mouth. "Liv is having some friends over for a small party. Said she'd bake me a cake. My girlfriend had only been begging to throw me a party for the last 2 months. I agreed under one condition. It had to be close friends only, and I was allowed to get as drunk as I wanted. She happily obliged." "Sounds fun," my mom shrugged. By this time, she'd known that I would be going out. Normally, I spent my birthdays at home, opening presents with my family. But this year, I wanted to have the whole day and night to myself, party with my friends, and let loose. Mom understood that. "Do you want to at least open your birthday cards you got in the mail? We can celebrate with family tomorrow." I nodded as she grabbed a pile of cards from the counter. My grandparents always sent one, as did my aunt and uncle from both my mom and dad's side. I awkwardly opened them while she sat looking on, pretending not to notice the money as it slid out onto the table. After opening them, I still noticed there was a single card left, in a light blue envelope. It was addressed to me, but never said who it was from. Confused, I opened the card and noticed a long note written in neat, beautiful cursive. "Happy birthday, Ethan. It's such a sad day to see that you're so grown now. It's been years since we've spoken. You've never caught on to me, never noticed the way I couldn't help but smile when you were around. We first met when you were only 14 years old, and adoration was so complicated. You had a red backpack with your initials on it. Funny, red was always my favorite color. I guess we had that in common. I found myself constantly distracted by you, the way your lips pursed when you were deep in thought, the way your brows furrowed, and how you chew the inside of your cheek. Now that I think about it, distracted isn't the word. I was more infatuated. I remember thinking that you looked so innocently sweet, but something behind your blue eyes made you feel dangerous. There was something rebellious about you. I was so attracted to the bittersweet, ever-swaying feeling I got whenever our eyes would connect. It became something I'd look forward to every morning, getting to see you. I knew I'd never be able to actually say these words to you. I was too nervous. I watched silently as other girls would catch your attention and fought down the jealousy that bubbled deep within my stomach. I wasn't like those girls. You'd never like me the way you liked them. It made me feel alone, sad, but mostly it made me angry. What about those girls made your cheeks red, made you blush and lose your focus? Why couldn't you feel that way when you looked at me? I was shocked when you started to develop an attitude, and everything you said seemed sarcastic and snarky. You were never personally rude to me, but I still saw that side of you. I thought it was so incredibly hot. I watched as the innocence peeled away from you. I always known there was something rebellious about you. My crush on you grew and grew, but you continued to be completely oblivious. I guess it was because I wasn't Olivia Mandel. You had a thing for her. I could tell. She was beautiful, but she was so frickin' dumb. Or perhaps she only acted dumb because she thought you liked it. I just wanted to finally tell you how I felt after all these years. I'd always wanted you, wanted to be with you. It's a shame that we just weren't meant to be. I hope you're happy and that this card doesn't freak you out too much. I just wanted you to know. I had a secret admirer. Well, I guess not anymore, but I closed the card quickly, trying to think back to the early years of high school, and if I'd noticed any of the girls acting strange. I'd always remembered being pretty low on the radar when it came to girls. Even my crush that year didn't like me back until we were juniors. I had absolutely no recollection of any girls expressing feelings for me. My secret admirer was apparently really freaking good at staying secret. I did, however, remember a quiet girl who shared a few classes with me. I never caught her look at me twice, but she's the only one I can even imagine it to be. Heather? I think her name was Heather. Who's that one from? My mom questioned. Friend from school, I lied. But I didn't feel like it was a card my mom needed to read. She'd probably tease me for having a secret admirer until she was blue in the face. Friends? You don't have any friends. Luke laughed from across the table, not looking up from his work. I put my hand over my heart, an overly exaggerated frown on my lips. I may not have any friends, but at least I'm not grounded for failing English. Luke scoffed. Who cares about English? I only like science, and I have 100% in that class. I care, my mom said sternly. Now finish your paper before your grades get even worse. We sat in silence for a bit before Luke started to pick up his papers and toss them into his backpack. He let my mom know that he'd finished up and revised his essay, and that he'd turn it in early. Before he left, he patted my shoulder. Happy birthday. Don't party too hard. He laid one paper on the table between my mom and I. And don't forget to hang my greatest achievement on the refrigerator. I don't care how childish it is. I'm proud. Luke finally disappeared out of sight before I could inform him that he wasn't in kindergarten anymore. The paper was an assignment with a bright red 100 and a note on the bottom that read, Well done, Luke. I'm glad to see a student with such an interest in science. And I would be happy he was applying himself. And I would be happy that he was excelling in one of his favorite subjects. But I couldn't be happy, and I couldn't fight the dry, heavy lump in my throat when I noticed the note was written in a familiar-looking, neat, beautiful cursive. So quoth this raven.